Hello everyone and welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we just opened this box, or not the box, but yeah, we actually did technically open the box because we had to fix it, remember? Back in the Diecast haul. It was actually kind of scuffed, so I had to take it out and fix it and put it back in. But you know what I'm saying. We just cracked this bad boy open in the Diecast haul, so now we're going to review this. And I got the Diecast that we got in the Diecast haul. I got it lined up for the whole week, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And do not miss out. So the whole week we got 2021 releases. There's only one 2020 diecast that is in the line of 2021s, and that's just the truck, the Sheldon Creed truck. I almost said Matt Crafton. I wish it was Matt Crafton, but you know, it was Sheldon Creed. But still, it was a 2021 release, even though the diecast is 2020. But you get the idea. Still brand new releases coming out to the channel, so again, stay tuned. But anyway, today we have Bubba Wallace in the number 23 DoorDash diecast for 2311 Racing. Now, I do have some very controversial opinions on Bubba Wallace. Personally, I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't think he deserved the ride. I really don't. You can hate me for it. You can love me for it. Personally, I don't think he belongs in the 23. I feel like somebody better should be in the 23. Now, you may be saying, well, you know, he hasn't been in that good of equipment, you know, yada, 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 in the past years. Well, so far, at least, with 2311 Racing, now, of course, I don't expect him to be good in the first season of a brand new race team, but this is some top-tier equipment, if you really think about it, because it's partnered with Joe Gibbs Racing. Denny Hamlin owns the team. I mean, like, and he doesn't really do well at all. Like, he's got bad average finishes. He came nowhere close. He almost won Talladega, but then, of course, he crashed out near the end. But, I mean, it's Talladega. Anybody can lead. Anybody can win. And, most importantly, anybody can crash out. Personally, I think somebody like Eric Jones or maybe Matt DiBenedetto should be in the 23. Now, I know a lot of people feel like Matty D is overrated. I can see how you think that. Personally, I think he does have the willpower and the skill to, you know, possibly get a win in some good equipment. I'm not even saying he'll get a win, you know, if he gets good equipment in the first season that he's in good equipment, right? I'm not the person who's like, oh, if, you know, Matty D gets in a good race car, he's going to win left and right. No, I'm not going to say that. I don't believe that, but I do believe he will have a lot better finishes, you know, more second places, more top fives, maybe a win one season, maybe, if he gets in good equipment. But either way, we're not going to talk about that. We are going to talk the actual paint scheme. So it does match the box. I do like that. The red and white, it matches the DoorDash colors. Very, very cool. And it also matches the show car for 2311 Racing. So very, very awesome box design. It goes well with both paint schemes. I do enjoy that quite a lot. Got Bubba Wallace, 2311 Racing. Again, brand new race team. But let's go ahead and get this bad boy out of the box and see what we got. Here's the diecast out of the box, and this thing, like, when it was first announced, the DoorDash design for the paint scheme, I wasn't really too big of a fan, honestly. I didn't really like the kind of, like, side design. It looks pretty basic, in my opinion. But now that I'm really looking at it, I think it kind of goes, you know, together, not really that bad at all. So, my opinion has changed so far, but I really like the black 23 on the roof. Now, especially with the Gold Series, this diecast looks 10 times better because you got the black that kind of accents like the windshield banners, the interior, stuff like that, right? So I do think the Gold Series looks a whole lot better, just in general, honestly. But with this specific paint scheme, you got more black to go to it, matches the red, the white, it looks really good. But let's go ahead and take a look at the hood of this diecast. Got the DoorDash logo right there, just a big old DoorDash, no text or anything. I do kind of like that. Keeping it pretty simple. Got Wallace right there with the two Toyota. Yeah, Toyota. The two Toyota symbols. I was going to say like signs and symbols and it came out Toyota because I was going to say Toyota and signs, symbols, whatever. You know, it's like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I'm a little tired. Don't judge me. It's okay. We got the 23 right there. I do like how there is no like sponsor behind the number. It takes up like the entirety of the roof. I love that personally. I love how they did that. Very good job. Got Wallace right there. Columbia right there on the deck lid. Pretty interesting. We got the black spoiler back here. Of course, we got the DoorDash, Toyota. Let's see, we got the Facebook and Twitter. Got 23 right there, XSE. Camry, got the tail lights, of course, DoorDash, and you got the little camera back there as well. On this side, you got the taillights continuing, of course, as we always do. Mobile 1, interesting. Dr. Pepper, I wish we could get a Dr. Pepper diecast. I really wish we would. DoorDash right there. McDonald's, Root Insurance. I think we're getting a McDonald's diecast too here pretty soon. Maybe, I don't know. I think we're getting one later, but I don't know if it's going to be soon. If that makes any sense. You got Toyota, 2311 Racing, and Mac Tools. Bubba Wallace right there. Of course, you got the little design kind of going down the side. 23, let's see, you got the NASCAR race car, NASCAR Cup Series with the Goodyear right there. You got a big old 23 right there, and of course you got the Sunoco logo down here. Moving around to the front, we got the white and the red. It looks a little orange on camera, but in person it's a little more red, I can promise you that. Of course, we got Camry right there on the front. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other side. Let's kind of see if we got any mistakes. Now, honestly, I'm not really seeing any. Oh, there's one. There's one little paint chip, but honestly, other than the little paint chip down there, this diecast is done really well, surprisingly. But at the end of the day, it's still a pretty plain diecast. Now, honestly, if I'm just being real with you here, I kind of prefer something like this over the DoorDash. If I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. I kind of prefer something like the show car versus the DoorDash car. Again, in my opinion, neither of them are bad, but just I feel like this one's got a lot more. It's not even like a complex design. It's a very simple design. You can see it kind of goes all the way around the car, but it's got more like diversity, maybe? No, not diversity. It's got more like color to it. It's got more, I don't know, just more personality, I guess I could say. Now with this, there's a little bit of black, red, and white. Now with this, you got a kind of a wacky design going across the roof, and you got the little like pinstripe kind of going back across the Cup Series logo there. So you see what I mean? Like this one's got a little more character, and I do like this one over this one. And this one's just the show car. I mean, that's not like an actual sponsor he ran. He didn't run the paint scheme. It's fantasy, but you know, it's just a show car. But this right here is something he actually ran. So once again, in my opinion, I do prefer something like the show car over the actual DoorDash machine. But anyway, this diecast still is awesome, you know, obviously pretty cool. Now, I do wish Bubba Wallace will do better. I mean, again, I'm not really a fan of Bubba Wallace, if I'm being honest. Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace are my two least favorite drivers. Kyle Busch, mainly because of attitude. If I'm being honest, now, you guys can hate me for this, but you guys know I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of truth. I don't really lie at all, honestly. But I feel like Bubba Wallace's attitude toward like where he is and who he is as a person, I'm not really a fan of that, and here's why. Just to kind of keep it short, I feel like it's hard to say without seeming, you know, racist or anything. It's hard to say it without seeming like I don't know, judgmental by any means. It's okay. I'm just going to say it. In this world today, I hate to bring up race, but I mean, I don't mean it as in just trying to start any controversy, but African American people, right, have more rights and power over white people. They really do. They honestly, they really do. So I feel like Bubba Wallace is only there just because of his skin color. He didn't work for it, you know, he didn't really earn the ride, and he feels like he expresses himself as, oh, you know, I've worked really hard to come up here. Now, of course, yeah, you got to work to get up into the Cup Series, obviously, but he got it a whole lot easier than people like Ross Chastain, you know, people like, just other people like that. Now, again, I don't mean to bring it up like that, and I don't mean to kind of express it that way, but that's really the only way I can think about how I'm trying to say it. That's honestly, that's the reason why I don't really like Bubba Wallace. Now, back in 2016, when he was racing, you know, the Xfinity Series, I didn't care, you know, it's fine. And then 2018, okay, not bad. 2019 got a little rocky. He started messing with my boy Bowman, and I was like, okay, I don't know how I feel about this guy, of course, in a joking way. But now, in all seriousness, I'm not really a fan of Bubba Wallace. Now, again, you can hate me for it, you can love me for it, but I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and I'm not going to take it back. Sorry, not sorry. Cancel me if you want to, but that's just how I see it. Again, I apologize for bringing up any controversy. I know a lot of people watch the diecast reviews to kind of get away from that. I don't mean to bring it up, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it. And I needed time to talk about so I can get more, like, to the 8-minute mark. But anyway, yeah, once again, I apologize, but at the same time, I did mean what I said. So with that being said, that is all for this diecast review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.
Get up.